Hi guys, I'm AJ Crowley and hopefully we will be playing, yep, the Ops has picked it up, we will be playing Sinking City, the new game from Epic Games, from Big Ben and Frogware's exclusive Epic Games release. We played through a few hours last night and got at least the gist of the game, so now we're going to crack on. I dread to think what it's going to be like when we actually get out to sea and start diving. That's probably going to scare the bejesus out of me. That's a good point. Doors that can be opened are marked with a special hobo sign. Yes, but you've got to pay attention to whether the sign suggests, yes, there's stuff in this house, or yes, there's something in this house and it's going to eat your face. By the by, Ace, just let me know if my audio's coming through okay. Cheers, dude. Press any button. Here we go. One thing I figured out, and that's actually a little bit annoying. You got this camera, and you can point it at wherever you like. That was completely pointless. You can only take pictures of things that are marked with a camera icon. If you don't, it goes nowhere. It's not stored in the game, it's not stored on the drive, it just isn't there. Which is a little bit annoying, because I would have quite liked it if we could have actually, picked up these photos, given that I took some photos of the weird, freaky cat prawn things. Okay, so where are we? We've got some ammo for our guns, a couple of first aid kits, some antipsychotics. Let's just check the difficulty that we got to set it on. Yeah, that's all good. Okay. Yeah, we're all good. So, casebook. Right, so last night, at the end of it, we managed to find this ship which had gone out on an expedition with this Albert Throgmorton, the son of the weird, slightly ape-faced dude that we met on the docks last night. We found the ship that had gone out for with this expedition to investigate what the hell is going on, and the only survivor of some sort of shootout or attack on this ship was the captain. And we've deduced from the various facts that he's wounded and is now seeking medical aid, from which we can probably assume he's going here, which is the hospital. You can't see behind that, but the icon for the hospital is behind that. So, actually, looking at the compass there, we've got possibly too many things on our maps. That's... Ugh, that wasn't helpful. I must admit, some of the controls are a bit... they could be a little bit better. Some of this game is a little clunky. Some of it is extremely glitchy as well, which is less good. Okay, so I want to get to one of the piers so we can take our little boat. Are we going the right way? Yeah, we're going the right way. And by cat prawns, I mean these little weirdos. I need to get a decent picture of these things. Actually, thinking about it, maybe they're not cat prawns. Maybe they're lobsters that are wearing, like, the remains of a cat on them. I'm not sure which is more disturbing, actually. A lobster wearing a cat suit, or an actual cat prawn hybrid thing. Yes. I think the jury's going to be out on that one. I don't like this. The fact that you run up to the boat, press the button, and you just teleport into the boat. I would have much preferred, you know, a sort of smooth transition. It's kind of disappointing from this game, and you know, that's, I'm sort of mentioning that in my review as well. Infested area. Oh, hello. Or maybe that icon indicates the infested area. Infested with what, though? No, don't want to point the camera at it. The f... I think that's sort of... Oh shit, don't reload. Yeah, okay, so infested area, we should have paid more attention to that really, and not come anywhere near it. Christ, I'm a bad shot. Oh god, there's another one. Okay, so I died. Probably should have used the first aid kit there. Oops. But yes, that creature appeared to be pulling its face open and firing something out of its neck. Which is, let's be honest, a bit wrong. Where the hell are we? Okay. I'm thinking maybe we don't go that way. Oh right, okay, so it's just infested area all over there, that bit, so okay, we'll run away from that. Try and skirt around it. Didn't need to get in the boat for this bit then, should I really? It's a waste of time. I mean, the NPCs are alright, but they're a little bit soulless.
Punish the wretched by sending terrors unnamed creeping from the abyss below.
Its mouth in there. And another one. Given the sort of state of disrepair of this place, I'm surprised the sort of vehicles haven't been more stripped. You know, they're still relatively intact, and actually, some of them that feels a little bit like disingenuous. Can't get that one. It's not marked. There we go in then. Oh. Well, straight on actually. It's quite a spectacular kind of environment, all this, you know, weeds, huge masses of barnacles that seem to, at least in this instance, incorporate half-dead shark. I'm sure he wasn't there a second ago. The NPCs appearing and disappearing is still rather jarring, and I'm not sure it's been very well managed, because it'd be nice to think that it was actually to get the ambience going, but I think it's just bad code. Now, interestingly enough, he's holding a brick, but when he actually hits something, it's a shovel. So again, that's not brilliantly worked out. I can't actually get past this bit. This way. I don't know why I tried to get in the car. Shades of GTA. I have to find a different route round to get to the hospital. That's if the guy's gone to the hospital. I mean, all we've come up with is this conclusion that the guy's wounded and he's seeking medical attention. I'm not sure where else you'd look for someone who was seeking medical attention apart from hospital. So it's a big assumption. Oh, crap. Looks like we're going to an infested area, whatever we do. Hang on, what's that? Oh, it's the asylum. No, he's not likely to be there, is he? I don't think there's anywhere else where you'd assume someone would go for medical attention. Now, I've identified that's an infested area. Okay. Back down Central Street, I think. Unless that's it, basically we've just got to go into this infested area and just blatter our way through it. In which case, let's make up some more ammo. Ooh, one thing I forgot. Skills. When we stopped playing last night, we'd got a couple more skills to spend. Now, we haven't got a submachine gun, or a shotgun, or a rifle. At the moment, we've got a pistol, a semi-auto, and a revolver. I'm going to spend it on the pistol anyway. Spend it on some figure now. I think this is the thing we tried just now, and we found we couldn't get down. Yeah, okay, so we can't get through there. That's one of the boats. The rafts that go around. I'm going to regret this. I think that's bullets. You know what? Screw this. Run away, monsters. That's if it's going to let us run away. Oh, crap. Shit. No, it's not going to let us run away. Damn it. It's 2 deaths in as many 10 minutes. That blows. Oh, I need to start keeping track of my health. So, let's go back to the inventory. Oh, right, we can't craft anymore. There we go. So there's limits on how many of these things you can cart around. Don't really want to waste any of it making those. So let's go. I was going to say go down Lincoln Street, but that's completely blocked off. So we'll have to go this way. Start keeping an eye out for buildings we can investigate. So those beasties are in this building on the left. So I'm going to go in there. Stuff that for a game of soldiers. Now, what's going to screw us up, I suppose, is whether we can go down here. I think a fisherman just appeared on that crate on the right and then just sank into the floor. More glitchy. This isn't looking good for going this way either. I'll have to climb over there. Tell you, he's floating a foot above the floor. Good, we can actually get through. Right, that's a start. Well, the good news is we're almost at the hospital.
Something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
Or not. Hopefully this is the hospital.
Patient or visitor? Hold on. Let Dr. Grant guess. A visitor. Though you are a bit pale, you don't have a headache, do you?
My head? No complaints, I'm good.
Well, you're the exception these days. We're simply overflowing with patients.
I'm looking for a man. Just checked in. Cut up pretty bad.
I've got a trauma unit full of patients like that, sir.
Okay, this might ring a bell. My guy has a deep axe wound in his shoulder.
Sir, I really don't have time for rifling through paperwork, but you're welcome to take a look at our archives if it means that much to you.
It looks like hard work in these conditions. You need a hand?
Well, yes, actually, but it may result in close contact with the wiles. Is that going to be a problem?
Yeah.
I'm prepared to face men and beasts alike. Count me in.
Ah, I can see it in your eyes. Well, I have taken it upon myself to study the wild beasts, but need more data to confirm two of my hypotheses. One concerns the multi-handed creatures, and the other the vomiting humanoids.
What have you found out about the multi-handed beasts?
One of my patients saw them in his nightmares before the flood. I can't visit him, but he must know something. Here's his address.
Those hideous wretches seem almost human. But what could turn one into such a monstrosity?
Jim Bells, a patient of mine, was admitted to hospital with symptoms resembling cholera, but he turned into one of those things.
Oh, good-o.
Incredible. Here's the address. Find out what happened.
Okay, so we've got a couple of side quests. But we've also got access, rather, when we can find out where it is. The archive. So we can find out where the archive actually is. Oh, there it is, I think. Yeah. So, we're looking for patients. Oh, rats. Now, okay, so this is what screwed me yesterday. When you're searching for this, you actually have to have the right evidence on the screen. So what I'm looking for is I need to have Wounded Sanders on this. When I'm searching. I think. There we go, right. Oh no, maybe not. Okay. Peter Crowley, male 29, Oakmont, multiple burns and fragmentation wounds to his chest and face as a result of the explosion, several surgeries, wound treatment, facial surgery, prognosis good, bed rest recommended. Joseph Willow, male 39, newcomer, deep cut wound to left shoulder, broken collarbone, fractured scapula, wound stitched, fracture set and bandaged, no trace of infection evident, prognosis good, bed rest recommended. Well, on the basis that I suppose we ought to assume that the guy isn't likely to be using his real name, let's go look for the guy. So let's just whiz down surgery and storage. Quick route around in here while we're here. This is sort of, I'm sort of working on the hypothesis that this is our sort of second site, so it's worth just swapping into it to see if we find anything. Okay, nothing doing there.
What happened to you, mister?
Pete, explosion, fishing with dynamite. Hurts talking.
Fishing with dynamite, huh? You sure it wasn't from a fight in port? Maybe on a ship?
I'm sure. Oh, please, leave.
Bye.
Okay.
Oh, my stomach. I ain't never eaten leeches ever again, no sir.
Ew. Right, we're limited up on the amount of revolver rounds we can create. Not like anything in here we can investigate. Nothing else, nothing else, nothing else. Pete guy seems a bust. Just try going up a floor. Hoping we find this Sanders up here. It's going to be annoying if we have to try somewhere else to find him. That's the guy.
Yeesh. What happened to your shoulder?
Some psycho in a bar brawl. Gun came out, he clipped me good in the shoulder. Something I can help you with?
I'm just looking for someone. Captain Sanders.
Captain Sanders? Never heard of him. I'm Joseph Willow. You should probably look somewhere else.
That's funny. The records say you were admitted for an axe wound, just like a certain Captain Sanders got in the Port Massacre. Spill.
Oh, to the depths with it. Who sent you?
I'm asking the questions here, pal.
Yeah, well, first tell me who you are.
Charles Reed, Private Eye. Throgmorton wants to know what happened to his lost expedition.
So Throgmorton came looking at last. I knew someone like you would find me sooner or later.
I think it'd be an understatement to say your expedition met with disaster.
Well, seeing as
There are
everyone's
things
dead.
that should never be found,
Apart from
Mr.
you.
Reed. I only wish I'd known that then. They'd still be alive. The scientists, my crew. None of them deserved what happened to them.
Did you know Albert Throgmorton made it to shore?
Albert survived? Is he here?
No. He didn't make it. He's dead as the rest. Murdered in the port. But what about the others?
I don't know. My crew left them down there, underwater. I ordered a rescue attempt, but they threatened mutiny.
You've got a good reason for leaving the expedition to die, right?
You weren't there. Day
You weren't
after
there,
day
man.
on that
You weren't
ship,
there.
It was a horror, Mr. Reed. We saw things. Not one of us dared sleep. It was an expedition into cursed waters. Mark my words.
What were you looking for underwater?
The cause of all this. The stones, the flood, the monsters. The scientists found cracks on the seabed. They were working on some theory of how it connected to the madness.
The ocean floor splits open and that means hysteria on land. Really?
We spent days over the cracks. We heard things. Saw things looking back at us.
I was on the Titania before I came here. It seems you were all hitting the bottle pretty hard. Why?
To stop them from rioting. To save them from despair. After those dives, anyone would turn to drink.
So, the diving did a number on your crew. But what happened in the port?
I don't know. They were calm until we docked, and then they lost it. And many good men lost their lives.
Tell me what happened on the last dive.
We had a system. The divers go down, then come up at a prearranged time. But not one surfaced that day. In the end, I sent a team to check. They returned with Albert, but all were half mad with fear.
Something nasty in the water.
Could you take me out to where the last dive took place?
No. You can't follow them, Mr. Reed. It's suicide. Worse than suicide.
I'm a Navy diver, Captain. And with all due respect, I'm not afraid of boogeymen.
I don't care. I'm not taking you there. And besides, you'll never follow them without proper equipment.
Do you know where I can get a good diving suit?
My men got theirs from a local factory. If you're that bullheaded, I'll write down the address.
Yeah, because we're going to end up going in the drink at some point.
Where's the logbook from the Titania?
I had it with me, but I was all out of it by the time I got here. I remember the surgery ward. When I came round, my things were gone.
You're better soon.
Right, so we've got some clues that we can organise in the Mind Palace. I'm just going to quick look around here to start with. Random people we can't interact with. Oh, there we go, something marked. How random. Lots of holes in floors in this place. Okay, so let's look in the Mind Palace. Okay, so by combining the clues we come up with these conclusions, which then we can start to stack together and link. Nothing to tie that to yet. Let's go back there a sec. So deductions, we've only got one deduction. Right. So a case book. So we need to get the log. We need to investigate the surgery ward. And we need to go to that diving suit factory. And this is that other side case for the doctor. Right. So we need, let's have a look at the map. So in theory, if we get all the evidence we can, that should change colour maybe to see that one up here. That's green because we've found all the evidence that's available in the location. So let's have another route round, just make sure we exhaust all the options, people to talk to.
Let me rest.
Okay, so he's not going to give anything up then.
Oh, my stomach. I ain't never eaten leeches ever again, no sir.
Yeah, okay, we heard that before. Let's just very quickly zoom upstairs again. Let's just make sure we do a quick scan. Okay, there's nothing. Nothing we can find. Access, interact with, no. There. Nope.
Scratch me. Please, please, just here. This itching is driving me insane.
Goodo.
I warned you.
Okay. Right. Yep, I think we've exhausted this floor. No stairs that way. Wrong way. Actually, let's just have a quick... Because in a different building, we actually managed to find like a wall where they'd cast some sort of spell to make it look like a wall, but it wasn't a wall. They've already been in there. Ooh. Ship's log Titania, there we go. Crew complaining of noises and no sleep. Fish behaving strangely. March 22nd reached the something. Crew reporting his hallucinations. March 23rd distributed rum, hopefully it will distract them. March 23rd found an air pocket in the caverns near the Devil's Teeth, close to the city. Right, there we've got a location. Devil's Teeth. Scientists discovered walls, ancient walls, asked to crates with tools. March 24th sent Tate and Myers down to investigate after surfacing deadline passed. March 24th, Tate and Myers returned with only Albert Throgmorton, who is now completely unhinged, his madness disturbing, unsettling. March 24th, the crew dragged Albert to a lifeboat, tried to stop them, resulting in mutiny. Right. But there we go, all evidence collected, which means if we go to the map, yeah, it's flagging as green. So we've got a location to investigate. We've got the log. We've got another location. We're probably going to have to go to the diving suit factory first. Now, we've got 2 clues, but I'm not sure they're going to join. No. We're going to need a lot more evidence to start to join everything up. So, we're done here. So, where can we go next? Been to the newspaper. It's not marked, so diving suits for the factory, Western Grimhaven Bay, C. Smith Avenue, Levi Coffin Avenue, Deepshore Road. So that puts it right there. So if we go to the case book, we can select that while we're on it, and then click Y for place on map. So we can try and get back there. Don't think we've got any need to, or any reason yet to go anywhere else for this particular case. Let's just have a quick route around, see if there's anything we can pick up, anything we can scavenge. I'm not sure that there's going to be a lot around, because you'd assume that anyone else would have already scavenged it. Some of the NPCs that are just roaming aimlessly. Ooh! Whenever you find one of these telephone boxes, that unlocks fast travel to the location. So, in fact, while we're saying that, instead of having to troll all the way there, let's just... Oh. Now, I'm sure we unlocked that. So we should be able to just go there. So, Ah, right. Don't. You travel there by using the map. I think. Is that right? Yes, that's right. So you've got to go to the telephone booth and then use the map. So hold to fast travel. Bingo. That speeds things up somewhat. Comment, the chat's looking a bit quiet. If you fancy just saying what you think of the game so far, let me know. Also let me know if the audio's working okay. It can sometimes be a bit tricky to get the audio levels right between me and the game. And just in general. Okay, actually, we can also get rid of that. We don't want too many travel icons to clutter up the map. Let's get rid of that and all. So that way we've just got what we need on the compass. Do you know, I hadn't noticed that before. What the hell's that in the background? I mean, I really do want to know, because that's not a chimney, that looks organic. What the hell is that? That looks kind of wrong. Like a lot of things in this game. Okay, there's no walkway, so we're going to have to use the boat. Well, the pier. I think this kind of implies that this might be the right place. Yeah, that figures. Crap. Oh, you little shit. Burnt through a hell of a lot of ammo just to take down two of these horrible little things. Yeah, it's made up of hands. That's just... Ugh. And then they dissolve into mush and disappear. Ew. That second site, the mind's eye thing, also highlights where you've got these hobo marks, where you can, which indicate things to scavenge. Okay, nothing in there. Let's just create as much ammo as possible, to be quite frank at this point. Don't say there's another one of these horrible things here. You get sploshing noises, it's not good news. Nothing's looking like it can be interacted with down here.
This wouldn't even hold air for a minute.
I'm not going to go down there. Last night we sort of accidentally ended up in the sea at the port and we couldn't climb out and we died. Being in the sea is not a good thing.
I'm not trusting my life to a rusty suit.
Nasty thing, you may well have to, mate. crafting supplies. Now that looks like a much better suit. We just took it. Okay. Harpoon gun, flare gun, diving suit. All evidence collected. There we go. And some gunpowder. Right, so this wasn't really about investigating anything as such. This was about actually obtaining the diving suit in the first place. So we can go diving. Oh yeah, that's going to be fun. Okay, so we've done what we needed to do, obtain the diving suit. Now, I'm not sure, does that imply that we can get into the diving suit and go down here? Somehow, I think not. No. Nope, not going to try that. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do about air supply, mate. So I think you're a little bit optimistic there. Okay. No, not that one. Expedition anchor point. There we go. Does feel like we're going a bit quick into this bit of the story, but I'm happy to sort of go with the flow. I think we do need to start thinking about making some investigations of the rest of the place, but that'll do for now. Right. I will say this at the minute, that it does sort of come across as a little bit relentlessly grim. Constant grim. Go along to dock 3. Yeah, this is dock 3. This is where the Titania was docked. There's a friendly
The mayor's cursed these days.
we ran into last night. No one's even bothered cleaning up anything.
They emptied every chamber. Still stinks of burnt powder.
Yes, we know. No one's even cleared away the bodies. Whoa. One thing I have noticed is that stashes where you can find crafting materials seem to respawn the contents So, if, to be honest, if you even go a short distance away from where one of these things is, and come back, you can get some more crafting materials. So it's worth revisiting locations, I think, just on the basis of finding more bits and bobs to make more bullets out of. Okay, why did we get that visual distortion? There's all sorts of reasons why things might go weird, and staying in the mind's eye thing affects our sanity, which is the blue bar down on the bottom left. We're running out of bullets, aren't we? No. Oh, yeah, it's because we're... Yeah. Oh, press any button to continue. What the hell? Where the Oh, okay. So instead of actually making us actually travel, it's just sort of teleported us to the next location. Yeah. What's the point of having a game where you're expected to plough around the place using a boat and then make it so that you don't have to use the boat? You just go, whee, there we're there. Odd. Although this is a non-Oakmont location, so I wonder how more interesting things can get here. Remember to get the flashlight on the go. Oh, right. This. Oh, right, I see. Right, there's nothing actually here apart from literally just this entrance to the dive. That is it. That is the entire point of this location. So we went blip from Oakmont to the dive location, and then we've gone blip straight into the dive. Well, that's disturbing. Like you do. Well, I suppose the only thing is that he is at least a diver from the Navy. Man-eating eels, yay.
The chemical lamps are nearly spent, but I reckon I can still follow them.
Diving. Harpoon stuns hostile creatures for a short time. Flares light your way and can distract hostile creatures. If damaged, hold to slowly recover your diving suit's pressure. Well, okay. Tentacles, strange symbols. Yeah, well, it's not that unlikely given where we are. I'm kind of liking the effect as you sort of walk around, you know, knocking up the muck, but it could be a little bit more. Yeah, you could be a little bit more wild. It seems to dissipate quite quick. It'd be nice if it didn't. It's hard to tell what's carvings and what's barnacles. Because that could be barnacles over a pillar, but
This stone isn't natural. Could it be a statue?
Yep, that's weird. It's kind of nice the way it sort of makes you feel like you're sort of struggling against something, you know, pushing against the water, as it were. I'm gonna get lost. I'm hoping that's weed. No, that's not weed. That's big and it's got tentacles. And when I say big, I mean sort of articulated lorry big. Or several buses big. Now, I don't know what's safe to do. I'm not sure I want to try jumping off the edge here. So let's go back for the moment. Yeah, that is kind of freaky weird. Did I just hear something? I mean, apparently something down here made like the crew go a bit wappy, so it's not likely to go well for me either. Okay, I think if I go back to the oh, no, we are back there. Oh, crud. Right, maybe it's a question of using mind's eye a bit more on some of these other objects. What happens if we look at that statue with it on?
This stone isn't natural.
Nothing.
Could it be a statue?
Okay, looks like this is more or less the only direction we can go. Looks like we're going over the edge. This does more or less look like that is the only way to go. Maybe we can climb. Tentacles! What the flip? Okay, we can't. Right, we can't climb. We can't climb back up there, so I think we're kind of committed now to going down and finding what the hell those tentacles are from. There's a lot of them. That ain't seaweed. Okay, kind of looks like this is the way to go. It's a flare. Oh, whoa! Okay, avoid those that damaged us. That doesn't look natural. Or at least doesn't look the same as everything else. This is. So, like a harpoon gun, maybe? Doesn't look like anything else on it. The game's got a mechanic where if you're picking up something and you rotate it, a little eye might come up indicating that something like, you know, specific that you need to find out about. Okay, we've got all sorts of weird stuff. Weird tentacles, and then a glowing green door under the sea. What the hell? Oh, we took some serious damage just there. It's not good. I think we can get around that without getting hit again and get into this glowing green light. Yeah, no shit, cutscene. Oh, right, now. Up.
The scientists didn't even take their tools with them.
Someone's got a bit bonkers. This would be the air pocket they mentioned in the log on of the Titania. There's someone pretending to be a bunny rabbit.
Gods lean over us. Gods crawl in us. Gods who have marked me as their aphid.
Like you do?
Gods lean over us.
Yeah, they're just going
Gods
to
crawl
repeat
in
that.
us. Gods who have marked me as their aphid.
The suits are all cut up.
Like someone didn't want to go back.
A ritual knife and a cult sign. I think I better show Mr. Throckmorton.
So, that's got a camera icon on it, so we can actually take a picture of it.
A ritual knife and a cult sign.
Okay.
I think I better show Mr. Throckmorton.
Sancta Mare, be our eyes, eyes to see the distant stars.
Hark, he
Whoa.
comes, the sacred full-bellied bearer of splendor. Take me, make me, I beg you.
Bearer of what? Who are you talking to? What happened?
Our eyes, first, second, third, opened by the aura. You see much, yet
do not see the splendid shell of the White Virgin here sleeping.
Cut the horse crap. Give me a straight answer.
Nonsense. But it is meaning that is meaningless. Open yourself. Walk. Listen. Pray. Wake, you holy worm. Take his skin and skull for your home. Take my worship and grant your kindness. I pray you.
A perfectly preserved artifact. Was it the focus of their worship?
That's... I've forgotten the H, but I think that's Professor Doe, who I think we found out about, like, literally in the first conversation we had when we got off the boat. Now, that is one of these visions that we can step into, and then we can examine things and try and put them into some sort of order. So now we're in this mode, we can see these little glowing bits. And what we have to do is we have to go to them, see the scene, and then try and stitch them into the right chronological order. It's a little puzzle.
We enter the temple the moment they take the key seal. Get ready to cut up their diving suits.
Dozerins, Mouthians. Sort of fish hybrid people.
Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
Okay. What? It's shivering. This... No! Get away from me!
I think I'm starting to get the picture.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more or less in the order in which we just went through them. So these guys came in after the expedition had arrived.
We enter the temple the moment they take the key. Forget them! Get the seed and
then
the
followed
seal now!
the scientists in.
Hey? What? It's shivering. This... No! Get away from me!
Okay, maybe not then. In which case I think it's this one. They were waiting to ambush the scientists. Then Professor Doe picked the thing up off what might be an altar. And then they said, right, screw this, let's just attack them and steal everything. Or worse to that effect.
Forget them! Get the seed and the seal now!
Yeah, so they dragging her away.
Found an artifact that drove them mad. And then the Innsmouthers stole it and the professor in one go.
So I'm looking for some artifact at some point. Not particularly interesting. Okay, let's go to the mine place then. So, now this is a moral decision, you know. Is it infectious or is it the thing that they found? Then again, we can always stow them in the... There we go. We've been to the Mind Palace. Unless he doesn't like the fact that of the decision that I picked. Well, I don't know about you, but that looks like Cthulhu. Okay, so why? Oh, right, it was indicating that we've got something else, so... I have to save the expedition. I must tell Robert where the survivors are and start searching for Harriet. So, we go back to the surface. We go see Throgmorton. We tell him... Oh, no, it's... No, Cthulhu. Everyone knows what Cthulhu looks like, mate. There's... Read the Call of Cthulhu. There's a statue of... In fact... Read the Call of Cthulhu, and this is a 3D printed version of the little statue described in the Call of Cthulhu. So yeah, that's what he looks like. I mean, okay, the one that we just found is a bit stylized, but you know. But yeah, bat wings, tentacle face, you know, that's... In broad strokes, that's Cthulhu. Is there any way we can get down here? I have a feeling not. That sort of... Whatever that is over there looks sort of rather altar-like. Now, hang on. What's the map say? If we collected everything we can from here. Oh, okay. I think we have, actually.
You see now, do you? The splendid horror of the truth.
Sancta Mare, be our eyes, eyes to see the distant stars.
Yeah, we just get that again. Anywhere else we can look in here? The flashlight that we got seems to be a bit temperamental, and he's very short range, not actually that good. Looks kind of important. Okay, we've already found those. Is there anything we could scavenge out of this lot? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're done down here now. I have a feeling we're going to be back though.
The scientists didn't even take their tools with them.
Okay. Oh, I see. That doesn't strike me as being very safe. You know, the bends and all. They should sort of go to the service that quick was not sensible. Oh well, we're back here then. Oh! Well, that's brilliant. Yeah. Man-eating eels. Can we climb out? Buggery we can. And now we'll sit back to Oakmont. Let me guess. Deus Ex transmission back to the hotel? Oh no, we're having a vision. Dream. Okay, that was weird. Yep, we've been Deus Ex'd all the way back to the hotel. And I dare say Johannes van der Berg will have left us a letter saying, "We found you unconscious." Or something to that effect, which is what we got when we suddenly arrived at the hotel in the session yesterday. Yeah, pretty much. Is that still that? Yeah. Yeah, we've already seen that. Anything new? My diary part 2. The doctors at the Boston Asylum were looking for a way to fix me. Proved to be a tall order. At first they'd asked me questions. I thought my story would be reported to the officials, but they were just making a list of things to fix. I feared water, so they swaddled me in drenched sheets. I told them about the things in the darkness, so they kept me in dark rings blindfolded. Thanks for that. Yeah, that sounds helpful. No progress until they brought the electrodes. They kept my thoughts jumbled. Only the words of the doctor held my mind together. He told me who I am and how to think. He gave me concoctions to keep me sane. It seems I'm getting used to it. Question is, for better or for worse? Probably worse. Have we unlocked anything yet? Nope. Okay. Righty. Do a quick bit of scavenging. Like I said, go back to places where you've already scavenged, because there will be more stuff there.
The door won't budge.
I'm watching you, newcomer.
Good-o. Okay. So, we've found out what's happened to the expedition, so now we need to go see Throgmorton. Throgmorton. Now, I've unlocked that fast travel, but it's right into this bloody infested area, so I don't see much point in trying to do that. We can at least zip to that one. So, casebook. Don't like this bit of the interface. There's too much space between these things, and that highlight next to that indicated there was something I needed to do something with, but it wasn't very obvious. Okay, so this is saying this is a bit of evidence that suggests, yeah, now we need to go and see Throgmorton, which is over here. So let's get a wiggle on. This is the Expedition HQ, we've already investigated that. Ainsmouther with some weird body tattoos. If you're interested in the whole thing behind Innsmouth, just read The Shadow over Innsmouth. I think, to be honest, I might be putting several links at the bottom of my review on this game, just linking to the appropriate stories. They're probably on Project Gutenberg.
Hey, knock it off!
So where are we going? Oh, straight ahead. That is Throgmorton's place right there. Can I land? Oh, yeah, it is here. Holy shit. Oh, I'm assuming that might just be because they're a seafaring family, maybe. Or are they actually sort of prepared to repel borders? Don't like the doors either. Doors are a thing, you know, in quite a lot of games, you know, doors are things that you interact with. These just sort of bounce open when you hit them. It's kind of cack. There's a lot of stuff I like about this game, but there's just little details are naggy. There's Throgmorton. I'll have a quick scoot around first before I talk to him. So here we can nick. Oh, alright, this is Albert, the guy we found.
The mortician has touched him up well.
Yeah, given the hole in his forehead and all. In loving memory, Albert Throgmorton, son of respected Robert Throgmorton, a descendant of a robust bloodline, died on Thursday at Oakmont Port, aged 25 years. We mourn his untimely death, but we celebrate the way he lived his life. The Throgmorton family appreciates the many comforting words and prayers sent by the citizens of Oakmont. Okay.
I've got news, Mr. Throgmorton. The expedition members are alive. They're on the seabed, in the sunken ruins. Some sort of ancient temple. They have enough air, but we need to hurry.
What happened? Why didn't the sailors help them?
The crew of the Titanium mutinied against Sanders. The only man who escaped was your son. They put him on a lifeboat.
The mutineers will face justice. Throwing Albert to the whims of the sea, he will be avenged.
Oh, they're already dead.
I'm afraid that's not all. The Innsmouthers took the expedition's discoveries and kidnapped the professor.
What? Those degenerates. How did that happen?
The Innsmouthers. They knew about the temple. They waited there, hiding until the professor took what the Innsmouthers call the seal.
But how did they manage to catch my scientists off guard?
It seems that after the seal was taken from its place, everyone in the expedition suffered some kind of mental breakdown. The Innsmouthers must have known about that, waited for the right moment. Then they made off with Professor Doe and the artifact.
Drock. The Innsmouthers. Do you have proof they were involved?
One of the attackers was killed by a member of the expedition. I have a photo.
My expedition failed. My boy was killed. This is more than personal, Mr. Reed. This is a threat to everyone.
They have Harriet and the artifact she found, but she may still be alive.
That's why I hesitate to wipe their fish-faced kin from Oakmont this instant. But we won't sit idle. Find them, Mr. Reed. Not the grunts, but their leaders. Infiltrate their ranks if need be. Bring me my professor back.
Okay.
I'm looking into the madness, not politics and power games.
And your best source of information is currently in the slimy hands of those Innsmouthers. Professor Doe shared the visions. She found something inside those ruins, and now they have her. She knows something crucial, I'm certain. There's also a more delicate matter I wanted to discuss with you, Mr. Reed.
I can be delicate when it matters, so shoot.
I have a colleague, you might say. His name is Herbert Glover. Like myself, he is a collector of fine art.
I'm a detective, Mr. Throgmorton, not a burglar.
I don't care for your insinuation, Mr. Reed. I would never be so crass as to hire a thief. I had a meeting arranged with Herbert, one of great importance, shall we say, one at which he failed to appear. I want you to find out why.
That sounds simple enough. Okay, I'll do it.
Very good, Mr. Reed. There is one final detail. This case must remain secret, and you must not reveal to anyone for whom you are working.
Discretion is my watchword.
Indeed. Here is Herbert's address and in advance for your investigation. You'll find it's fair.
Have a good day.
Can't get any more ammo, so that's a little bit annoying in that we've sort of missed out on the chance of getting more ammo. We have got some knowledge points, so carry 7 more pistol rounds. Yeah, I suppose we'll take that. Oh, that's the obituary we just picked up. Right, fate of the expedition. Throgmorton's expedition was attacked in the depths beneath Oakmont. Professor Harriet Doe, expedition's leader, was captured. The others were all left to die. The attackers all had distinctly fish-like features, Innsmouth syndrome as the locals call it. Or in Shadow Origins with the Innsmouth look. Yeah, I mean, it's the thing with Lovecraft. If you read some of there's several of the books you probably need to read. I mean, Call of Cthulhu, Shadow over Innsmouth, and probably At the Mountains of Madness are 3 of the sort of fairly major ones. And yeah, I mean, there's a huge amount of canon backstory to that sits in the Lovecraftian stories. It is quite cool. I mean, I think that's why Call of Cthulhu is such a major thing. I mean, I've got a stack of Call of Cthulhu role-playing games right here. It's cool stuff, and that's why I think I was waiting for this game for quite a while. I was looking forward to playing this. Right, so last paragraph there. This can't be the only attack they've carried out. There must be evidence of more such crimes throughout the city. I'm going to guess that's indicating go back to the police station. We've got this side mission for Throgmorton as well. Now, seeing as no one's going to mind, because no one minds you doing anything in this game, apart from the monsters, we're just going to have to root around in Throgmorton's basement. Look for anything we can scavenge, which there may not actually be anything. No, diddly squid. Okay, this is the top floor, so there's nowhere else to go.
The door won't budge.
I don't really want to blow the door away either, given it's someone's house. I mean, you can destroy padlocks with a melee attack or with your gun, but I think, you know, maybe shooting someone's house while they're downstairs and while they've got armed guards might be slightly overdoing it. I'm not aware of any mechanism for lock picking or anything like that. That takes it out the back. Oh, and there's no water here. This is just straight onto the street. Yeah, cool. What the hell is that sticking out of the ground? It looks like the twisted stone things from under the sea. Could be the same thing as was that we saw in the other end near the docks. So I'm not sure if there's anything to do in this particular section right now. However, let's look around. Can we see any telephone booths? It'd be worth our while to find one and set up fast travel to this location. Seeing any? Oh, there's one. There it is. Sort of figured, given it's next to Throgmorton's Manor, it'd probably be around here somewhere. Okay, so we can fast travel down to there, which is where the police station is. Yeah, I'll do. Bing! Actually, to be honest, Ace, speaking of Cthulhu in Lovecraftian games, I mean, that's a statue of him, but even in the Shadow over Innsmouth, it's not really about Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu is, obviously, but Shadow over Innsmouth is more about the deep ones, which give rise to the Innsmouth look, the fishy hybrid people. I don't know what way to get into the police station. This one. Another way. Just thinking about it, the sort of ambient noise reminds me of Stalker. Sort of an underlying sort of potential of something nasty just being around the next corner in what ostensibly is a relatively, well, okay, I was going to say relatively normal place, but this is normal in any kind of way.
Don't waste my time, newcomer.
Very helpful. Annoying pillock. Thing is, I need to find the archive bit here. So the newspaper's got an archive, the hospital's got an archive. If you can find the archive, you can start rooting through it. There we go. So we're looking for... Oh. We've only got this Herbert Glover stuff. I was thinking that it let us search for the, other crimes. Ah, no, it's yeah, okay. This is slightly annoying because you've got different bits which may not necessarily tell you what you're looking at. I think that's the reason why only those 2 bits of evidence are coming up, is because we've got that case selected in the case book. Now, if we look at that case and come out, I'm willing to bet if we go back in there, yeah. Yeah, so this can't be the only attack they've carried out. There must be evidence of more such crimes throughout the city. So we're looking for violent crimes. Probably. Perfect. At about 10:30 PM, April the 15th, at the Fish Market, Eastern Shells, corner of Orchard Avenue and Holy Fire Lane, I apprehended a suspicious-looking Innsmouther as he was stalking a young woman. The suspect had in his possession a peculiar golden amulet which resembled a fisheye, seized, as well as a dagger, seized. The suspect resisted arrest. When I tried to cuff him, he cried for help, screaming for his brothers from Eod, which, if you've read Shadow of Innsmouth, stands for the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Knowing Lovecraftian stories, I think, gives you a little bit of a heads up in this game. Several other armed Innsmouthers appeared from the fish market. I was forced to release said Innsmouther and retreat. Suspect got away. The case is pending further investigation. Lieutenant Phelps, rather. So either we can talk to Phelps or we go to that location, Orchard Avenue, Holy Fire Lane. Eastern Shells, Orchard Avenue, Holy Fire Lane. There. It's weird. Unless I thought I was putting it actually on like a building where you can't go in. It's not actually that far from where we are here either. Okay. I haven't actually had a route around inside the police station. Oh, we can't. Yeah, we can't go through there. Can't go through there. Yeah, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that it's fairly limited what we can get away with in the police station. I just wish this guy wasn't quite as miserable. It's like, you know, set up as straight, just, I'm miserable. A bit one-dimensional as characters go, really. Straight down here, basically. So it's not about the hardware on the doors, it's about the hobo marks. Whether you can go in somewhere or not. Sure he wasn't there a second ago. Spawned into... Neither were they! They just spawned into existence out of nowhere. I'll tell you, I can't decide whether it's the game deliberately trolling you as a player or whether it's just bad code. I can't make up my mind. And for an open world game, there isn't actually that much you can do I mean, it's more or less just a medium to travel through rather than a... Yeah, there's not a lot to interact with, but holy shit. Poor. Clipping through the boat, clipping through the object in the water. Yeah, it just feels like a letdown when you encounter something like that, where you know the creature just clips through the objects. That's just bad QA, really. You can't tell me that, you know, as a tester, if I looked at that, I'd say, "Yeah, that's a bit crap. Can we code around that? Can we make it so that, you know, when the eels swim around, they don't swim through things?" Hang on. Right, we discovered an area, but we haven't discovered a phone booth. Oh right, so that's an infestation area there.
Sacrifice. There will be loss. There will be darkness. Each of us has a part to play. There will be sacrifice. There will be loss. There will be darkness.
Well, that looks fucked up.
Has a part.
No.
And it is only fair to be afraid. Titanic forces are at work. Infinitely greater than ourselves. Unknowable. Incomprehensible. There will be sacrifice. There will be loss. There will be darkness. But these are the hallmarks of a pivotal moment in time. And each of us has a part to play.
Take as much as you need. It won't cost you.
I guess this city wouldn't be complete without a doomsday prophet.
Let me assure you, I am anything but. I am called Evernote Blackwood, and this is the place I have chosen to share my message. Please, come to one of my full sermons.
Charles Reed. Good to meet you. Blackwood. You're a member of the Grand family.
I am indeed the last of that line, inheritor of an empty mansion and a severed history.
I'll see you around.
Fish? Fresh fish? Take as much as you need. It won't cost you a penny. Don't be shy. We have enough for everyone. Fish? Fresh fish? Fish? Fresh fish? Take as much as you need. It won't cost you a penny. Don't be shy. We have enough for everyone.
I've heard that I can find an organization hereabouts that goes by the name of the EOD. Am I in the right place?
You sure are. I happen to be a representative of the EOD. Pleased to meet you. My name's Anna. Can I help you with something?
Charles Reed. Just a few questions, if I may.
Of course. Ask away, Charlie.
This city is short on everything except dirt, rain, and things that want to kill you. Yet, you just give away food for free. What's your angle?
Angle? There's no angle, Charlie. Not everyone can hide in fancy manners like the Grand families. And our hearts tell us we must do more. We've decided to seize our own fate and rise above this disaster. I think it's going well. The sea is good to us, and it blesses us with abundance.
What is the EOD? I mean, what do you do as an organization?
Well, we are a non-profit charitable organization. Actually, it's better to say that we're a gathering of volunteers. We're not an official charity yet. As for what we do, we try to help ease the suffering in our city as much as we can.
Oh, and how do you do that?
We provide fish for the hungry and fix the homes of the poor. We also patrol the streets at night to keep the wild beasts and bandits at bay. And many, many more things. Whatever needs doing. Anything to help the people, Charlie.
What does EOD stand for?
Everyone's obvious duty. When we began, it also had to help each other. But we dropped that part. It was a little bit wordy.
Yeah. Yes, I'm still going with the Esoteric Order of Dagon, I'm afraid.
It's been great chatting with you, but I'm actually here to speak with the EOD leadership. You know where I can find them?
Not so fast, Charlie. Nobody meets the top brass without being a member. You need to earn a rank in the EOD first.
Oh, you're kidding me. What for?
You need to prove yourself. Show us through your actions that you're worth our time. No offense, Charlie.
How can I join?
That all depends on what skills you can offer us. What do you do best?
Well, I'm afraid my resume's in my other jacket. Let me see. I was in the Navy during the war, and ever since it ended, I've been a private eye.
The sea provides. Turns out we have a job that's a perfect fit for you.
Okay. Tell me more about this job.
Well, last night someone tried to break into our fish storage room. Luckily, the guards scared him off, but I fear they'll be back to finish the job. That's why we've been busy today giving away all the fish to the people. We'd rather it get into the hands of the needy than to some thief.
And you want me to find whoever this thief is, right?
You're smart, Charlie. I like it. Exactly.
Fine. Count me in.
Good. Thank you. Here's the address. Tell the guard the password, I serve the sea, and he'll let you into the storeroom.
See you later.
It's either the into the story, or it's a massive, massive trap. I mean, this is the actual location where the attack happened. I think we've got the information we need, which is who the EOD are, or at least, you know, a sort of route into the EOD, but it's just worth checking to see if there's anything out of the ordinary around here. I don't think there is, to be honest. Okay, let's go to our map. Let's get rid of that. Okay, how are we doing for time? Right. I'm thinking I'll probably try and wrap this up in the next 10-15 minutes. That'll be a 2-hour session a day. But I'm hopefully going to be carrying on with this tomorrow night, and maybe even Friday. See what happens. Okay, so let's go. Case Mine Palace, let's see. Am I starving? Without the fish provided by the EOD, the city is at risk of famine. That's it for the moment. Hawking Lane, Warren Road, Liberty Road. Western Shells. Hawking Lane. Walking lane between one road. Liberty Road. There we go. Fish storage. Okay. There's a little bit further to go, so let's try and, if we can, keep an eye out for telephone booths. Let's try and grab some fast travel locations as we go. You say that it's not a phone booth actually in the fish market environs, is there? I think I'd have probably flagged it if it was. I swear to God, some of these. There we go. I tell you, these people are just spawning out of nowhere. Hey, we've got another brick. That's 2 bricks. I'm not quite sure why we'd need 2 bricks. Also, given the fact that the bricks don't seem to actually be used when you melee, you're actually hitting things with a shovel that you've got, which isn't actually listed in your inventory. I was going to say I haven't seen any of the cat prawns around here, but there's a cat prawn. I need to get hold of a decent picture of one of these things for the review, because these are just too weird for words. See, people just spawning right next to you. Oh, groovy.
The door won't budge.
Always assume that something nasty is just going to appear at random in these buildings. I mean, this could just be a random building that happens to be populated with stuff. Well, it's not like anything that we can interact with or even scavenge. Oh, hell, what? Can't really read that. Can't read the middle line. Kill Johannes van der Berg or they will die. I'm sure that's, although I can't read the left-hand end of that middle sentence, that's Van der Berg, who's the guy that originally sort of got us to turn up. Interesting. Because that's kind of... I mean, I'm going to take a photo regardless of the fact that it's not going to sort of be saved anywhere or be usable, but let's do it anyway. That's interesting. Could have something to do with why Van der Berg invited us to Oakmont in the first place, I guess. Oh look, there's a secret plot to kill me.
Stop it.
He was really, really vague when we first met him. turn right the next one if I can. Let's probably look down there first to see if it's passable. Yeah, it looks pretty clear to me. Again, people just spawning out of nowhere. That's going to become... It's not exactly annoying, because I mean, it's not like they get in your way, but it's just a bit... It doesn't reflect well on the development of the game, let's be honest. When you get things like that happening, it kind of just looks cack. Right, what are we actually looking for? Fish storage. There we go.
You got business here.
I serve the sea. Anna sent me here to investigate the recent break-in.
Sea be praised. Finally. I'm Daryl Grimes. How can I help you?
Can you tell me what happened? Don't skimp on the details.
Not much to tell, sadly. It was a man, that much I know. He snuck in while I was upstairs, tried to steal the fishies, but I heard him. Nearly got him with a harpoon by Kay, but I missed in the dark. He got away, that Dane, but I wonder, why steal what you can get for free?
Yeah, that's a bit of a puzzler. What did this burglar look like?
Same height as you. Not too big, not too small. Nothing to write home about. An average Joe. If not for his bald head. That guy was as bald as an egg. I could see the moonlight reflecting off the top of his head.
These guys are really peculiar up close.
And what did he steal?
Nothing. I scared him off before he could.
Where did he go after that?
Don't know, pal. He was way faster than me.
What's the deal with the password and such?
Orders from the higher-ups. I don't get to ask why.
Alright. Well, that's enough for now, Mr. Grimes. I've got to go to work.
Here, take the key. May the sea bless you.
Was that a...
Wow. It pierced a good inch of solid wood like it was nothing.
Well, if it's an Innsmouther, they're pretty strong. Bullets. Already got as many bullets as I can carry.
That's a fancy looking bottle. Looks like it was taken from a lab somewhere. There's some kind of powder left on the bottom. I better not touch it. It could be dangerous.
At least we've picked it up. Okay. Well, was that yes, it was.
The hall's fresh, still smells of the sea. No signs of decomposition at all.
Okay, so
Thing's dead as a doornail, but I don't see any wounds.
okay, that is actually disturbing because I'm more or less convinced that that is like a lobster inside a catsuit, which is probably worse than anything I could have considered before. I like cats, that's just nasty. Ooh. Sanity took a hit, but it's going back up now.
I have questions.
You have questions. I'm sort of glad there's not one of these sort of visions here. I'm not sure I want to see what happens, what was being going on here. But yeah, no shit questions, matey. Quicker way up, I suppose. Oh shit, bags. Oh.
This guy must really be into his hobby to have such impressive tools.
These little model boats. Little model steamboats.
Nice work. When I was a kid, I would have gone nuts for this. Well, if it was finished, that is.
Dear Mr. Grimes, we can't thank you enough for what you do for the children in these dark times. Your toys go down like a tall glass of water. We all pray for your good health every day. We also kindly remind you that we still await your visit. All our staff, and of course the children, are eager to finally meet our benefactor in person. So please don't hesitate and come as soon as you're able. With eternal gratitude, administration of Oakmont Street, Jerome's Orphanage. Another location to check out. Yep. The impression that there's still something to find. Normally tells you, you've collected some key evidence, or you've collected all the evidence. Maybe I better go downstairs and look at that torture chamber again, because I don't think there's any other way you can really describe that bit, really. Other than torture chamber.
So first it ate the fish, and now it's dead. That's troubling.
Doesn't look like there's anything else we can get out of this room, though. Oddly enough, when...
So first it ate the fish, and now it's dead. That's troubling.
See, sometimes there's omens that sort of direct you where to go. There's nothing like that. There's no other kinds of weirdness around telling us... Oh, there we go. Yeah. There we go. Right.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
Just a little bit more. I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
Darn pests. May I take them?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Okay, so I'd say he comes in, he's looking for something.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
He screws up,
Just a little bit
knocks
more.
something over, and then the guard thinks, oh, there's pests around. Grab a harpoon.
Darn pests. May I take them?
And chases the guy out. So that's the last one.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
A man
Green,
broke
so we
into
got it
fish
right.
storage, poisoned the fish with an unknown substance, and made a noise which alerted the guard, who chased him out.
All evidence collected. Nice. There we go. I need to visit university. Okay. Huh. That's probably a bad thing. Nothing we can do with that. No, I didn't, mate. I didn't. But I think that will probably do me there. So, got to go to the university. Yeah, okay. Let's get out of here.
You dig up anything
right.
interesting?
I sure did. Turns out our friend here wasn't here to rob the place. He came to poison the fish.
By the sea. Are you sure?
Well, that's what the evidence suggests, anyway.
Okay, this is horrible. Please don't tell Anna it was my fault, or she'll have me quartered.
Anna will quarter you. You're joking about that, right?
Wish I was. Anna, she's ruthless when it comes to punishing the guilty, EOD member or not.
That's
Nice.
unexpected. Huh. Don't worry, I won't tell her. You seem like a decent sort, Daryl. I'll make something up.
Thanks, Mr. Reed. Here's a little something to express my gratitude. Take care now. Still, I've done wrong and I deserve to be punished. I'll stay on guard duty for the next month without a day off. You have my word.
All right, you go ahead and do what you gotta do, I guess. Can you remind me where I can find the Oakmont University?
You can't miss it. It's the greatest thing Oakmont has to offer, except maybe our famous caramelized eel stew.
Eee.
Give me your map. There you go. But don't forget to first report your findings to Anna.
I found a hidden room full of shackles and chains downstairs. Looks like some kind of torture chamber. Know anything about it?
What? Stop talking truck. That can't be true. I know this place top to bottom.
Now, Daryl, you know I'm a detective, and if you're lying, I'm going to find out one way or another.
I've got nothing to do with it, I swear, Mr. Reed. Go ask Anna. She's responsible for renting the place. I know nothing about this.
Okay. I'll talk to Anna. We'll see if your story holds up. See ya.
May the sea protect you.
Okay, just out of curiosity before I call it a night. I would have said those two link. Right. Save it there. Okay, well, that's it for me then for this evening. That has been... Oh. The Sinking City, a game which I think comes out on full release tomorrow, the 27th, on Epic Games. It's an Epic Games exclusive. I mean, certainly given that I've been looking forward to this game for quite a while, I'd say that's an exclusive that should do quite well for Epic Games. Very weird and very Lovecraftian. There's a few things that let it down. I mean, there's some really obviously glitchy bits of code and some very poor QA here and there. The UI doesn't seem massively consistent either. There's some bits of it that feel a little bit like, you know, they were stapled together a bit at different times. It's not bad though, and I mean, I like the environment. The story's kind of weird and creepy. There's a lot of good things about it. Just some little things that let it down a little bit. But that has been the Sinking City on Ganegrin's Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Ganegrin. You can do a search for Ganegrin on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. If you go to ganegrin.com, you'll find various game news, game reviews, including some recent E3 coverage. At some point, you'll find a review of the Sinking City once I've played through it a lot more and finished writing it. If you are interested in watching the first part of this playthrough, then you can check the videos on the Ganegrin channel. If you go to Frustratotron.com, that address over there on the right, you'll find a link to my YouTube channel, or you can search for Frustratotron on YouTube, and you'll find a playlist with various playthroughs, and eventually there will be a logged playlist of the Sinking City. Yesterday's video will be going up on the YouTube channel at 12 o'clock tomorrow, UK time, so you'll be able to check that out. Also, if you go to Frustratotron.com, follow the various links. My Twitch channel is the link underneath the link over there, twitch.tv/AJ Crowley. Also broadcasting mixer.com/AJ Crowley on my off days when I'm not streaming for Ganegrin. Drop us an email, drop me a line. Let us know what you think of the streams. Let us know what you think of the Sinking City. And yeah, that's it. Otherwise, that's it from me tonight. Keep an eye out tomorrow and in the mornings for Ace's JRPG streams. And otherwise, I'll catch you on another video another evening. Take care, and I'll see you soon.